Behold, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Second Ezra 15 and 5. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors, apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing his word in sincerity and truth, with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. This is brother Desire one back to you in another lesson to the spirit bow of Yahweh Shemi Shai, Shabbat Shalom. Okay? Yahweh Shemi Shai is bringing plagues upon the world. The sword is a plague, famine is a plague, death is a plague, and destruction. So, when the pandemic started, all right, we see this Crown Royal 19, that was a plague from Yahweh Shemi Shai, and it brought a lot of death. All right, it brought a lot of debt, plenty debts. All right, that pestilence was a plague, and that brought a lot of debts. All right, now I was looking up something. Right, this article, it says highly contagious virus prompts CDC travel alert. Now, yada yada. They telling you to the ones, the unsmart ones, um about the hokey pokey. All right, but I ain't gonna run too long. But check this out. It says the Center for Disease Control is warning international travelers that they should be fully V against a disease that has become an ongoing risk around the world. They should be fully V. After all the damage, that is done, they should be fully V. All right. It says since January 2025, the CDC received at least 62 reports of travelers who were contagious with measles, according to CBS News. This highly contagious V has been on the rise in many countries and can easily infect people through coughing and sneezing, making it readily transmissible to international travelers. So, international travelers, so CDC is warning international travelers that they should be fully V. All right, after all the damage that done do. Symptoms for measles can be more than just a red and bumpy rash. People can also experience a high fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes, according to CDC. The disease can become severe at any age and lead to complications like pneumonia, infection of the lungs, encephalitis, swelling of the brain, and death. You see that? And swelling of the brain and death. These plagues, more common complications include ear infections and diarrhea. Children under 5 years old, adults over 20, pregnant women, people with compromised immune systems are more likely to suffer from measles complications. And the ones with compromise with immune systems are the ones with slept with Vanessa. All right, okay. Cause yeah, you have WHO wants new COVID variant NB18181 is spreading globally. Another new COVID variant called NB181 causing concern among so-called health experts as it starts spreading worldwide. A surge in cases has prompted the WHO to label it as variant under monitoring, despite the risk, Salak, to health being low. Experts remain vigilant due to increased infections and hospitalization in areas NB181 is prevalent. All right, you see that? Say WHO recommends that member states to continue offering CVV, assuring that the currently approved GABS are expected to provide protection against the variant. Same old shit. All right, I can use All right, I don't get it, but video is getting flagged. But watch this, right? Hundreds of women suing the PFIZER for covering up brain tumor risking the shots. All right, all these shits is as dead, babe. All right, Esau represents that. Check this one out. The people's voice. CDC acknowledges M. The other S. The V. Hokey pokey pose risk to children and pregnant women. The CDC has acknowledged the M. Crown Royal 19V pose risk to pregnant and to children and pregnant women, prompting the agency with withdraws V a recommendation for these groups. But here it is. Yeah, it is. The CDC is warning international travelers that they should be fully V against a disease that become an ongoing risk around the world. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right. They should be. Make it make sense. All right. Look at the damage he's doing. All right. Okay. But the Lord sending plagues on this place, man. And all right. This is second Ezra 15:5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death. That all that's gonna do is cause more death and destruction. For wickedness, it's because of wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Because of wickedness. Wickedness has increased. All right. The people are too wicked. So the Lord sending plagues, man. All right. All right. More and more plagues is coming. Okay. The second Ezra 16. Um, let me get Jeremiah 28 and 8. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right. So the prophets that been before, even in during the time of Jeremiah prophesied of these things long time. All right, long time. We doing the same thing. If you was a prophet in your past life, you're gonna be a prophet in the same time in your lot, prophesying these things of pestilence, war and evil and pestilence. All right, so a lot of these people preparing to have a lot of these women in particular gonna have a hot girl, somehow to twerk it up and do all kind of wicked shit. These people get all kind of lot of plans, but these diseases, these plagues. This what they doing. This what these plagues doing. Let me get this precept here. All right. Um, Salakia. I know that in second there's just a 16. Right. Second Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right. As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth a son with 2 or 3 hours of a birth, great pains compass a womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side. I just show you the plagues. All right, in the second Ezra 15 chapter, a lot of plagues coming on this earth. So you're gonna keep on coming because of wickedness. All right, because of wickedness, the Lord is judging a lot of these people. All right, pestilence. Yahushua spoke about the pestilence. All right, but pretty much Esau, people should be fully juiced, but Hey, what's the sense? Make it make sense. What you gonna get it for now after what it ain't protect you for nothing. You getting these other health you're facing these other health situations when you go insert that in you. All right, make it make sense. We ain't ignorant of Satan devices, you know. All right, they want to keep on telling people go take that shit, but after all the damage it doing. But I ain't gonna say too much because YouTube algorithm might flag this video. But pretty much, highly contagious virus from CDC travel alert. You see that the damage this thing doing? But yeah, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, hey, these pestilence ain't gonna stop. Gotta keep on coming. But I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashem Rakakadas, yeah, man, Shalom.